This is a 3D Benchy. The 3D Benchy is a beloved little toy plastic boat in the 3D printing community, known for basically just being a benchmark. If you can make a good one of these, then your printer can make a good one of pretty much anything. I'm not going to go into all the details right now, but it does have dimensional accuracy tests. Every single bit needs to be the same dimensions on every Benchy, and the closer your printer can get to that, the more accurate it is. On the front here, you can see that mine has a little bit of swelling. Basically what that means is there's probably not enough cooling, and in my case that is very true. Anyway, it's a very useful tool, very useful STL to have around. If you have a 3D printer, as you can see here, I have quite the collection of 3D Benchies. In fact, every single filament I own, I have a 3D Benchy of it. I use them as little swatches. They're very cool, very handy. Now the other day I kind of had this intrusive thought. How heavy are they? And how light can I make one? All right, we're doing this part Bubson short style so that you can actually read the scale screen. A normal Benchy, printed out of regular PLA plastic, is 11.6 grams in my case. This Benchy was printed with pretty standard settings. It was printed with 15% infill and 2 wall loops. What infill is it's basically just the stuff in the print. If it printed completely solid, we would be wasting tons and tons of plastic that just doesn't need to be used, especially for toy or like test things like this. It's just unnecessary. We don't need it. So that's why it's hollow, but with this little fill in it. And what 15% means is that 15% of the space is full of plastic. And 2 wall loops, you can see there's the orange one for the outer wall and then the yellow one for the inner wall. 2 wall loops is standard, and it's basically just how many times the printer goes around the object. The orange part's what you see, then the yellow part's just another one for structural integrity. That's what I print all of my Benchies with. So they're all pretty much the same weight, except for one. This Benchy is just like this one when you first look at it. Through a YouTube video, you can probably tell no difference, other than this one looks a little bit more like satiny / matte. This one is a little bit smoother. But what makes this one different is the material that it's made out of. Just give me the PLA, please. It's made out of Aero PLA, or PLA Lightweight LW. It goes by many names. Now you may be thinking, this looks exactly like the other PLA except it's on a different spool. Like what's really the difference here? Does it just have air in it? Yes, but not quite. See, once you print it, it does have air in it, but on the spool, it's actually not full of air, it's full of something called a blowing agent. Settle down, boys, be mature. Basically, when it gets hot, it starts to foam, and when it foams, it leaves little air bubbles, pretty much printing styrofoam out of your 3D printer. Now, what does this all mean for the lightest Benchy possible? Well, you may recall, the other Benchy weighed around 11.6 grams. Now, once I make you mobile again so you can read the screen, this one weighs just 6.2. And this was printed with the exact same settings. 15% infill, 2 wall loops. Exactly the same. So making it even lighter is as simple as just reducing that, probably. And that's exactly what I did. Now, once I go back to my slicer preview here, the exact same settings, you can see here, 6.26, that's around what I measured. And if I go back to normal PLA, 11.57. So just having Aero PLA can drastically reduce the weight. But I want to stay with normal PLA here so I can see what happens if I get rid of the wall loop and I reduce the infill to something like 5. By doing that, you can shave around 3 grams off the print. But if we do that with Aero PLA, well, I mean, the results speak for themselves. But the slicer program, whatever. I want this boat. So first, I'm going to start with something a little more sensible. I'm going to go back to 2 wall loops, and I'm just going to go down to 10% infill. For a reminder, the other one weighs around 6.1 grams. Good job, Bungus. You totally did just print this thing. And this is the new boat, which as you can see, the bottom kind of fell off. But it's okay. I don't feel like reprinting it, so I just saved the bottom and we'll just weigh the 2 things together. So this is with the slightly reduced infill. I just want to see how much of an impact that really makes. Oh, wow. 5.1 grams. So just by shaving off a little bit of the infill density, immediately a lot lighter. But I don't want just a kind of light Benchy. I want the lightest Benchy. Thing is, I still want it to have infill. If I completely get rid of it, I don't know how the bridging will perform with Aero PLA because yeah, it already doesn't perform that great. And thinking like people are going to be printing stuff with plastic, obviously. So I want to see how sensibly light you can make it while also being kind of unsensible and a little bit ridiculous. Back to the Zen book here. You can see here we've got the 10% gyroid. This is like probably standard. This is what people usually do with prints, is somewhere between 10 and 20% infill, 2 wall loops, whatever. But let's break the rules of sensibility a little bit. What if I only did 1 wall loop and then I reduced that infill all the way down to 5? This is basically going to turn this into a ghost Benchy. We're already printing with Aero PLA at around 55% the density of normal PLA, because I'm printing out at the hottest it will go. But when we remove a wall loop and even more infill, and I don't even want to stop there, because you can see here there are these top and bottom shell layers. That's basically how many layers it will lay down on the plate before it starts doing infill. And then the top shell is a similar thing where it stops the infill and then it does solid layers again, just to eliminate the effect of bad bridging and stuff that can happen when you have a low infill density like 5%. But screw that, we're gonna get rid of a layer on both of them. So we've truly got like a ghost Benchy. Any less settings and it won't look good. It will look pretty awful. I want this to look like a Benchy printed at the exact same settings as the original regular PLA one. All right, moment of truth. Oh boy, it's real. Wow, 4.21 grams. The ghost Benchy. So I have not cleaned this up at all. As you can see, it's looking very crusty. But yeah, the moment of truth. I've got my inaccurate eBay scale and the ghost Benchy. 4.3 grams. That is like right on the money. Wow. I mean, just even the normal Aero PLA one, 6.1 grams. That is 2 entire grams less plastic in this thing. Okay, so those are boats. This one is going to be going back on the Benchy dock. How light can I make a 3D Benchy? Apparently the answer is 4.3 grams. Now obviously it will affect durability just a little bit, but this isn't what you're going to be using Aero PLA for. At the end of the day, this is just another stupid boat that nobody needs. What can you actually use lightweight PLA for? Well, one of its many names, what I've been calling it this whole episode, Aero PLA, kind of gives it away. This kind of PLA is usually used for printing remote control plane parts. That way it kind of glides through the air with less weight, makes it more efficient, can make it go faster, whatever. Yeah, that's pretty much the one big use for it, is just airplane parts. Not like actual airplane parts. I mean, Boeing might use it for airplane parts, but its goal is to be as light as possible for things that you want to be light. But for toys and useful stuff, pretty much anything that you're going to be 3D printing, yeah, you don't really need Aero PLA. So in this episode, I did make the lightest Benchy possible. You should subscribe if you want to watch me make the heaviest Benchy possible. So, yeah, that's really all I had for you today. If you like the video, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment. If it's negative or positive, I don't care. Just leave one. It's nice. I upload new videos every Friday with the occasional Monday upload, as well as shorts spattered in between whenever I feel like it. And they're usually about 3D printing. Sometimes I do consumer electronics. It's a good time. So subscribe. I know you'll enjoy it. So, bye.